How's it going out there, YouTube? My name is Jesse and I am back for another Golden Age Spotlight video. If this is your first time seeing these patriotic superheroes, for the entire month of June I am doing nothing but patriotic Golden Age superheroes, leading all the way to the 4th of July, where I will cover the very first patriotic superhero in the comic book. And as I said at the beginning of the month of June, it's not Captain America. Now, I did not do Captain America in this review because it really doesn't need to be done. He's not lost in the Golden Age. He's not a mystery. His story is still unfolding in the Marvel comic books, which is hard to do a review while somebody who's still adding to his past. Retcon. But I have another Golden Age hero, and this is going to be a short video because I am working on the one for the 4th of July. So this is going to be one review on two heroes, Yank and Doodle. It was a crime-fighting duo that was back in the Golden Age. Now, Yank and Doodle, it's an interesting thing. The limerick that I'm sure all of you are familiar with is Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. That was actually a limerick created by the British around the time of the Civil War, where Yankee Doodle was supposed to be Americans, and they were talking about how unsophisticated we are. We were so unsophisticated that we rode ponies instead of horses, and we could stick a feather in a cap and say that that's what macaroni is, to show how unsophisticated we are. We apparently liked the phrase Yankee Doodle Dandy so much that we adopted it. There was even a stage song about it, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Okay. Let's go ahead and cover this Golden Age Spotlight, Yank and Doodle. Yank and Doodle. Yank, Rick Walters, and Doodle, Dick Walters, first appeared in Prize Comics number 13, 1941. The publisher is Prize Comics, and they were created by Paul Norris. Rick and Dick Walters were twins, and shortly after they were born, their parents were kidnapped by a number of Hitler supporters and taken hostage. The situation became untenable, and their mother was killed. Walt was able to escape the hitchhikers, Walt Walters being their father, and decided to raise the sons to and capitalize the values of America. When the war broke out in Europe, Dick and Rick wanted to do their part for the country and join the war effort, but they were too young at the time, so they decided to become crime fighters, and they put on costumes and fought U.S. spies, or spies that were in the U.S. Yank and Doodle would team up from time to time with the original Black Owl, Doug Danville. When the original Black Owl would decide to join the military to fight the war, their father would take up the mantle of the Black Owl. Now, they did not realize that their father was the Black Owl at first. When they found out that it was their father, they decided to become a team, and they would all fight together. Later in their career, their father would be wounded. He would get shot, and he would go into retirement. And the twins would still be crime fighters, and their father would work as kind of a guide for them. Yank and Doodle have teamed up with some of other heroes, such as the Green Llama, to take out Frankenstein. They also had villains such as Limping Man, Dr. Hugo, and Tigger Solon. An origin story was never given for Yank and Doodle. Apparently, when they were apart, they had absolutely no superpowers together, but when they were together, they were invulnerable, and they also gained a measure of super strength. The crime-fighting team of Yank and Doodle would appear in Prize Comics up until the time when Prize Comics started doing westerns, and Yank and Doodle would be phased out. Now, apparently, Yank and Doodle and the Black Owl would all appear in Project Superpowers. I have not read it yet. I need to get around to that. They did seem to appear on a couple of the pages, and it appears that Yank and Doodle were supposed to be part of a kid team of young superhero sidekicks that would come out by Dynamite Entertainment. I can't find any confirmation on whether that actually happened or not. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the last video for June of the Patriotic Superheroes. So coming up next is the 4th of July. If you don't know who I'm going to be reviewing, stay tuned. If you do know who I'm reviewing, come and take a look anyways. Until next time, I'll be seeing you.